Catholic social teaching does not offer a smooth path to worldly prosperity. What it offers is a set of costly commitments that, when embraced, transform us and draw us closer to God.
Of the times that we're living in. It's really vital, and Pope Francis calls into this too, to appreciate the signs of the times that we're in the midst of. And for those of us who want to be engaged in paradigm-shifting work, we need to keep in mind that the future is not guaranteed. It's something that we are shaping, that we are co-creating in the midst of the present and with one another.
So Better Way Foundation is one of those players, one of those organizations as part of this bigger movement. And one thing that I hear from my peers is that it's really hard to identify opportunities for investment. They're out there, but it takes more time to find them. The due diligence is different because we're looking at social impact. Just being part of the Francesco Collaborative, I did the workshop last summer, has been really helpful with identifying and surfacing opportunities. It also made it easier for the fund because instead of doing 5 meetings with potential investors, they did 1. So I'm looking for more sort of brainstorming around how do we partner and collaborate.
Carol, you came in from Netherlands, Amsterdam.
I'm just kind of sinking into awareness that I'm with my people. I'm with my people.
Fast friends is how I would describe.
Your meal, grab a drink, enjoy fellowship.
Have this chance also of connecting with people and especially discussing and working together.
Today we're going to talk about the future of SEEK, or the Catholic Impact Investing Collaborative.
A change of mindset for investors who really have ears to listen.
Within the umbrella of impact investing, how to designate different shades of impact investing.
Like building the network, so
it's a different energy to be in the room with them and to be talking not just about how we feel about being together, but about where we're going, which is really exciting.
One is how to uphold the vision and the charism and the boldness and the values of the sisters going forward. We all just acknowledge that they were really key in seeding the CDFI sector as it is today. Like 40 years ago, a lot of those organizations wouldn't have existed without the sisters. So just thinking about how we can uphold that vision and seed the next generation of CDFIs.
That works across the country with community-based organizations who are under threat of gentrification displacement. And we help them secure land early in the gentrification process to prevent displacement.
Hi everyone, my name is George Scott. I'm principal of Blackstone Stability. We're an investment management firm focused on fair and equitable home ownership by attacking predatory debt products that give the illusion of home ownership but not true home ownership.
Or middle market businesses with diverse workforces and low to moderate income workers, and then we use our debt capital to essentially help finance the transition of that company into 100% employee owned using an ESOP, employee stock ownership plan.
Have been created, and the fund managers, if you ask them, is this your dream structure for the work that you're doing, they would say no. Like, I would way rather have a very patient credit fund or some other structuring rather than, and the reason that they're having to do that is because the buy side is coming in and saying, like, we're only going to bring our money if it looks and smells like the other things that we're used to buying. And so systemically, that's an issue that we're very interested in. How do we tackle that? And
Matthew 6:21, we're told that where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. We might translate this logic differently. Where your fear lies, there your vocation lies also. Or in plainer English, that thing you're afraid of, go do that thing.
So that breaking free from the Kool-Aid, that realization that I had been fed a bunch of untruths was helpful when I shifted into finance. And I started to see the same exact patterns, the same rhetoric that I was fed at Facebook being fed to me in the finance industry. That the ultimate purpose of corporations is to return shareholder value. That only financial experts can really make the decisions on finances and your values. Is that if you are getting financial returns that are less than market rate, you are doing something concessionary. That's a loaded one. Let's talk about market rates. Why do we all obsess about market rates? When we dig in, market rates are just the historical things that have happened in benchmarks in our society and system from a finance standpoint. And those benchmarks are established on extractive systems.
It's that the majority of capital held by faith-based organizations and individuals around the world, particularly in the United States, is lazy, It's unwilling to take the kinds of risks that we've heard about. And in being lazy and unwilling to take risks, it reveals that it doesn't really understand the heart of the master for why that capital has been entrusted.
And because of this understanding, you are creating new ways, okay? Combining it with the values of our faith.
The way to really bring this employee ownership to foundations is kind of my perspective is let's see a bunch of deal flow, these 10 to 15 deals that you're seeing.
We actually talked about shared infrastructure on deal sourcing and due diligence.
On the direct investment or company side, and then you're also seeing a lot on the fund side.
I think I'm really interested in how do we bring collective force of the work that you guys are doing the last 2.5 years, the work that you're doing to frame this up, to start to say what are ways that we can get momentum behind things that remove the barriers for investment committees and families to just easily move into these investments.
US proxies, but are different than if
I learned that there's a different way to do that work. In our responsibility as we save the planet, to save the people as well, right? And to do that in a way that's in concert with the community, with ownership models and ways of sharing energy with low-income households, etc.
Arguing for a new paradigm, a different approach that is different from the neoliberal, technocratic paradigm that we have today. But unfortunately, in our business schools, most of what we teach is ingrained in that old and traditional model. And so if we really want to shift the needle, we need to reimagine what we teach in our business schools.
with a commitment to accompaniment and relationship with those on the peripheries. So, have the faith to risk and risk again. So, where are you risking more and more now? Thank you.